In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Caroma E35 Pro Kids electric scooter, which is Caroma's 180-watt scooter that's designed for kids just getting into electric scooters. I'm going to be going over the assembly process and go in-depth on the features and specs and see how kid-friendly it truly is. So let's get to it. The E35 Pro comes in a really small scooter shipping box, and it's not heavy at all, so you should have no problem moving it. After opening, the scooter was assembled about 90%, and to show you how easy it is to put together, I had my daughter put the scooter together herself. All you have to do is remove the scooter from the bag it comes in and install the handlebars. That's it, including the box with the necessary tools and instruction manual. The whole process only took about 5 to 10 minutes, with most of the time being spent on showing my daughter on how the folding mechanism works. This is an insanely easy scooter to put together, and a really cool way for your little one to learn a little bit on how to assemble things. When I went through the scooter, all the bolts were tight, and it powered up no problem. So the E35 is designed for kids ages 6 to 14 years old, weighing up to 132 pounds. It comes with 5-inch solid rubber tires, so you don't have to worry about getting flats. It also has a simple, easy-to-read display that shows speed, battery life, and speed level. The E35 Pro has an overall length of 32 inches, a wheelbase of about 26 inches, an adjustable handlebar height anywhere from 32 to 36 inches from the ground, handlebar width of 15.5 inches, a deck length of 13.75 inches, a deck width of 4.75 inches, deck height from the ground of 3.75 inches, ground clearance of 2.5 inches, and it weighs in at 13.2 pounds. The E35 Pro is powered by a 180-watt rear hub motor that has 3 speed levels, 5, 7, and 10 miles per hour. Caroma claims that the E35 Pro has a max hill climbing ability of 15 degrees and gets up to 7 miles per charge. And for safety, the motor will not start until the scooter reaches a speed of 1.8 miles per hour. So to test out the claims and capabilities, my daughter and I conducted 2 tests. First was a speedometer verification test. This is where we tested the accuracy of the indicated speed of the scooter versus the speedometer app. First was from the E speed level, which is 5 miles per hour, which the speedometer app was going back and forth between 4 and 5 miles per hour, so I think that's pretty accurate. Next was from the N speed level, which is 7 miles per hour, and the E35 Pro shows 7 miles per hour, so it's perfect. And last was from the S speed level, which is 10 miles per hour, which the speedometer showed 10 miles per hour. And the last test was to test the claimed hill climbability of 15 degrees. Now luckily enough, I do have a hill near me that's about 15 degrees or so. So for this test, my daughter was in the high speed level setting, and just for reference, she's about 60 pounds or so. So for the beginning of the hill, the scooter actually did really good, but once it hit the steepest part of the hill, it kind of struggled, going all the way down to 3.5 miles per hour. But it did in fact complete the climb, meeting the claimed 15-degree climbing angle. The E35 Pro comes with a pretty simple braking system, with the brake being activated by the rider pushing on the back fender. And what's really cool is the scooter uses an E-ABS brake where the motor actually slows down the scooter, not the friction between the fender and the wheel. And for safety and increased visibility, there's LED lights along the side of the scooter deck. And one feature I love is that when the brake is activated, the LED lights actually flash red, indicating to others that the scooter is slowing down. And to test the braking of the Caroma, my daughter tested the stopping distance from all 3 speed levels. First was from speed level E, which is 5 miles per hour, which the scooter did in 4 feet. Next was from speed level N, which is 7 miles per hour, which the Caroma did in 7 feet. Last from speed level S, which is 10 miles per hour, it stopped in 8 feet. And I feel the braking was extremely good on this scooter, and more importantly, it tracked straight with no uncontrolled skidding. So far through testing, the E35 Pro has held up pretty well to daily use. The motor is almost silent, and it's able to cruise at the top speed of 10 miles per hour pretty easily. My daughter says that the ride is a little bumpy on any surface that isn't super smooth, which is to be expected from a scooter with no suspension and 5-inch tires. But one advantage of the solid rubber tires is not having to worry about getting flats. One aspect that we haven't touched upon is the range of the E35 Pro, which is a claimed 7 miles. My daughter and I actually ran the scooter dry, and it made it a little over 5.5 miles in one charge. And something to keep in mind though, is that she's about 60 pounds, And this is including the hill climb test, and she never really rode on level surfaces. But when looking at a kid's electric scooter, I think the most important thing is how much fun it is. And my daughter says that this scooter is a ton of fun. Everywhere that we rode, she was smiling ear to ear and having an absolute blast. I did ask her if there's one thing she wishes she could change, and she said she would love if it went a little bit faster than 10 miles per hour. So in conclusion, I'm very happy with this scooter, and most importantly, my daughter loves it. And I think that the E35 Pro makes a great first electric scooter for your child since they can grow into it, since it does have an adjustable handlebar height and speed levels. But if you have any questions or own an E35 Pro yourself and want to share your experience, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great one.